If God's advice has touched your heart, you can support the channel by donating via the QR code or the link in the description. May God bless you.
My precious child, what I am about to reveal to you in this very moment will shake the foundation of everything you thought you understood about your struggles. This is not coincidence that brought you here. This is divine appointment. For too long, you have carried a weight that was never yours to bear. Too long have you questioned your worth, your capability, your very right to abundance. But today, that ends. Today, the veil is lifted, and what you are about to discover will explain why. Despite your tireless efforts, despite your intelligence, despite your heart's pure intentions, you remain trapped in cycles that seem impossible to break. Listen carefully, my beloved. Do not allow distraction to pull you away from this truth. Your breakthrough depends entirely on what I am unveiling right now. For years, you have felt it. That invisible ceiling, that strange resistance whenever you approach the edge of true success. You work harder than those around you, yet they advance while you remain static. You give more, sacrifice more, believe more, yet the harvest eludes your hands. This has caused you to question yourself in the deepest hours of night. Am I not enough? Am I being punished? What is wrong with me, my child? Hear me now. Nothing is wrong with you. What you face is not a deficiency within you. It is an interference around you. There exists in the realm beyond what your eyes perceive a pattern that was set in motion long before you drew your first breath. I am speaking of something your mind has sensed, but could not name. A generational cycle, a spiritual inheritance of limitation that has moved through your family line like an underground river, silent but powerfully shaping the terrain of every life it touches. Your grandparents felt it, your parents wrestled with it, and now it has reached you. But you, my cherished one, you are the one I have chosen to break it. This is why no matter how much you earn, it seems to slip through your fingers. This is why opportunities that appear certain suddenly collapse without explanation. This is why you feel anxious about money even when your bank account shows sufficiency. The root is not in your habits alone, though those matter. The root is not in your education alone, though knowledge has its place. The root, my child, is in a covenant your bloodline made with struggle, an agreement sealed in desperation by ancestors who knew no other way. They believed poverty was noble. They believed suffering proved devotion. They believed abundance was dangerous, that it would corrupt, that it would separate them from the divine, and so they rejected it. They pushed it away, and that rejection became a curse that has followed your family tree down through the generations. But I am here to tell you, my beloved, that curse ends with you. Not because you are more worthy than those who came before, not because you are stronger or more deserving, but because this is your appointed time. The season has shifted. What was bound is now being loosed. What was sealed is now being opened. And the abundance that was held back from your lineage is now being released in torrents that will astound even you. You have prayed for breakthrough. You have fasted. You have worked until exhaustion became your constant companion. Yet still, the walls remained. Do you know why, my child? It is not because your prayers went unheard. It is not because your faith was insufficient. It is because there are those in your very circle, in your own household even, whose words carry weight in the spiritual realm, and their words have not been for your elevation. When you share your dreams, they smile, but in their hearts, they question. When you announce new plans, they nod, but in secret, they doubt. And those doubts, my precious one, those quiet disbeliefs spoken in whispers or even in silence, they create barriers you cannot see but absolutely feel. I need you to understand something crucial. Not everyone who sits at your table wants to see your plate filled. Not everyone who calls you friend celebrates your wins. There are those who have grown comfortable with your struggle because it makes their own stagnation feel acceptable. Your lack has become their comfort. Your limitation has become their standard, and unconsciously, perhaps even without malicious intent, they work against your rising, not through open opposition but through subtle undermining. A discouraging word here, a skeptical question there, a reminder of past failures just when new faith is budding. These are not accidents, my child. These are attacks, soft attacks, yes, veiled attacks, but attacks nonetheless. And I must tell you this with all soberness. There is one person in particular, someone closer than you would ever suspect, someone who appears supportive on the surface, but whose inner dialogue about you is poisonous. You have felt the shift when they enter the room. You have noticed how your peace drains in their presence. You have observed how confusion clouds your clarity after spending time with them. My beloved, this is not paranoia. This is spiritual discernment. And I have been trying to show you, trying to warn you through these very sensations. But you have dismissed them. You have made excuses for this person. You have convinced yourself you are imagining things. But you are not imagining anything. Your spirit knows what your mind refuses to accept. And today I am confirming what you have been sensing all along. This revelation is not given to make you bitter, my child. It is given to make you free. For you cannot fight an enemy you refuse to acknowledge. You cannot heal from a wound you pretend does not exist. And the time for pretending is over. The season of ignoring red flags out of loyalty or obligation has passed. I am calling you now to a higher allegiance, an allegiance to truth, an allegiance to your divine assignment, an allegiance to the generations coming after you who will benefit from the chains you break today. Now listen further, my cherished one. I want to talk to you about money, not in the way the world speaks of it with greed or obsession, but in the way of truth and spiritual reality. You have been taught, perhaps not in words but in subtle messaging throughout your life, that wanting financial abundance is somehow unholy, that desiring comfort is selfish, that struggling with lack is a badge of spiritual honor. This is a lie from the pit itself, a lie designed to keep you small, manageable, unable to fund the very purposes I have placed within your spirit. Let me be absolutely clear, I am not opposed to your wealth. I am opposed to wealth owning you. There is a vast difference. I designed you to be a conduit, not a dam. Money is meant to flow through you to accomplish kingdom purposes, to bless your family, to create opportunities, to leave inheritance for your children's children. But how can it flow through you if you are clenched in fear around it? How can it multiply in your hands if you believe deep down that having it makes you less spiritual? This internal conflict is the true barrier, my beloved, you pray for increase while secretly believing increase would corrupt you. You ask for abundance while simultaneously feeling guilty for wanting it. This double-mindedness creates a spiritual short circuit, and I am here today to resolve it. Wealth in your hands is not dangerous. Wealth in your hands is powerful. Because your heart is submitted to me, because your intentions are pure, because your desire is not for hoarding but for building, I trust you with abundance. The question is, do you trust yourself? Many of your financial troubles, my child, have roots that go deeper than budget spreadsheets. Yes, wisdom in managing resources matters. Yes, discipline in spending is important. But beneath those practical layers lies something more fundamental. A belief system. A set of internal agreements you made long ago about what you deserve, about what is possible for someone like you, about the limits of your life. These agreements were formed in childhood moments you may not even remember. A passing comment from a parent about how we cannot afford that. A teacher's dismissive remark about your abilities. A friend's mockery of your ambitions. Each of these moments placed a brick in a wall you have been building around your own potential. And now that wall is complete. You live inside it, looking out at others who seem to move freely in spaces you believe are not for you. But I am telling you today, my precious one, that wall is an illusion. It has no power except what you give it. And the moment you decide, truly decide, that you are no longer in agreement with those childhood lies, that wall crumbles, not slowly, not over years, instantly, because it was never real, it was only believed. And what belief constructed, new belief can demolish. Here is what is about to happen in your life, my child. I am releasing to you a season of supernatural favor. This is not about working harder. You have already worked hard enough for 3 lifetimes. This is about alignment, about positioning, about finally standing in the place I created specifically for you. When you are in your correct position, effort becomes effective, struggle transforms into flow. What once took years of grinding now happens with surprising ease. This is not laziness. This is not shortcuts. This is divine efficiency. This is grace in action. You will begin to notice doors opening that you did not even know existed. Opportunities will find you instead of you hunting desperately for them. People with resources and influence will be drawn to you without logical explanation. They will want to help you, invest in you, connect you to networks that seemed unreachable. This is what happens when heaven decides to move on your behalf. Human limitation becomes irrelevant. Your lack of credentials becomes irrelevant. Your past failures become irrelevant, because when I open a door, no force in earth or hell can close it. But understand this, my beloved child. This favor comes with responsibility. You are not being blessed just for your own comfort. You are being blessed to be a blessing. The wealth that is coming to you carries assignment. There are people you are meant to help, projects you are meant to fund, injustices you are meant to correct with the resources I am placing in your hands. If you receive this favor, and then close your fist around it, it will sour. It will become a burden instead of a blessing. But if you keep your hands open, if you remain a conduit rather than a reservoir, the flow will never stop. It will increase beyond what you can imagine. Now I must address something that will be difficult to hear, my child, but necessary. There are habits in your life that are blocking the very blessings you pray for. I am not speaking of obvious sins, though those matter too. I am speaking of patterns that seem harmless but are actually sabotaging your progress. The way you speak about yourself in casual moments, the way you joke about being broke or unlucky, the way you replay past failures in your mind like a film on repeat. These patterns are not innocent. Words create reality. Thoughts shape destiny, and you have been creating and shaping limitation through careless speech and undisciplined thinking. From this day forward, my cherished one, you must become vigilant about what exits your mouth and what occupies your mind. No more self-deprecating humor. No more agreeing with narratives of lack. No more rehearsing worst-case scenarios. Instead, you will speak what I have spoken over you. You will think thoughts that align with my view of your future. You will see yourself as I see you, capable, anointed, destined for impact worthy of abundance. This will feel strange at first. It may even feel arrogant to those who are used to your self-diminishment. But that is precisely the point. Your old circles may not understand this new version of you. They may mock your confidence as pride. They may interpret your boundary setting as coldness. Let them. Their comfort is not your calling. Their approval is not required for your advancement. What matters is that you come into agreement with heaven's assessment of your value and potential. I also need to speak to you about time, my beloved. You have been waiting for the right moment, waiting for more preparation, waiting for fear to subside, waiting for perfect clarity. But perfect clarity rarely comes before the step. It comes during the step. And I am telling you now, the waiting season is over. It is time to move, not recklessly, not foolishly, but boldly, with the confidence that I am guiding each step even when the full path is not yet visible. That business idea you have been sitting on for years, that creative project you keep telling yourself you will start someday, that bold career move you have been too afraid to make, the time is now. Not because conditions are perfect, they will never be perfect, but because you are ready, more ready than you realize. And delay at this point is not caution, it is disobedience. It is fear masquerading as wisdom. And I am lovingly but firmly pushing you out of the nest you were made to fly, my child. And you will never discover that while sitting safely on the branch. What I am orchestrating in your life right now will require courage you do not yet feel. It will require steps that seem illogical to the natural mind. There will be moments when you question whether you heard me correctly. When doubt whispers that you are making a fool of yourself. When circumstances seem to contradict what I promised. In those moments, my precious one, you must hold steady. You must remember this conversation. You must recall that I told you in advance there would be resistance, because every breakthrough is preceded by a breakpoint. Every new level demands a new confrontation with fear. But on the other side of that fear is everything you have been asking for. Let me paint a picture for you of what is coming. I see you 12 months from now. And you are unrecognizable from who you are today. Not in appearance, though even that may shift as stress falls away and peace settles in, but in countenance, in presence, in the weight of authority you carry. You will walk into rooms and shift atmospheres without saying a word. People will ask you what changed. They will want to know your secret. And you will smile, knowing it was not a technique or a formula. It was surrender. It was finally letting go of control and trusting my timing, my methods, my mysterious ways of bringing promises to pass. Financially, you will be in a completely different place. Not because you won a lottery or received an inheritance, though I can certainly use those means if I choose, but through strategic connections, through ideas that come to you in moments of stillness, through favor that causes your efforts to produce multiplied results. You will look at your bank account and struggle to remember what chronic financial anxiety felt like. You will give generously, live comfortably, and still have overflow, and that overflow will become seed for even greater harvest in the years following. But more than money, my beloved, you will have peace. The kind of peace that does not fluctuate with circumstances. The kind of peace that remains steady even when challenges arise. Because you will finally truly know that I am with you, that I am for you, that I am working all things, even the painful things, even the confusing things, together for your ultimate good. This knowing will become the bedrock of your existence, and from that bedrock you will build a life that reflects heaven's intentions rather than earth's limitations. Your relationships too will transform. Some people who are in your life now will naturally fall away. Not through conflict, but through divergence. You will outgrow certain connections, and that is perfectly fine. It is not betrayal to move beyond relationships that no longer serve your growth. It is maturity, and as old connections fade, new ones will emerge. People who operate at the level where you are going, people who challenge you, inspire you, and celebrate you without jealousy. These are the relationships that will sustain you in your new season. There is one relationship in particular that I am preparing for you. Whether this is a deepening of a current connection or the introduction of someone entirely new, I will not say. But know this, the person I am bringing or the way I am transforming an existing bond will be a tangible sign of my favor. This relationship will feel different from others, easier, more natural. Like coming home, do not overthink it when it happens. Do not sabotage it with fear or insecurity. Simply receive it as the gift it is now. My child, I want to address your health. You have noticed, have you not, how your body seems to carry the stress of your circumstances? The headaches that appear when finances tighten, the stomach issues that flare during conflict, the exhaustion that no amount of sleep seems to remedy. These are not random. Your body is speaking what your mouth will not say. It is manifesting the internal turmoil you try to hide. But as your external world shifts through the truths I am giving you, your physical body will also respond. Symptoms that doctors could not explain will simply vanish. Energy will return. You will sleep deeply and wake refreshed. This too is part of the restoration I am bringing. I need to speak plainly about something many avoid. There is coming a test. After I release this wave of blessing, there will be a moment where you are tempted to return to old patterns. A moment of fear where grabbing control seems safer than trusting. A voice will whisper that this is too good to be true, that you should hedge your bets, that you should have a backup plan that does not involve faith. My beloved, when that moment comes, and it will come, you must recognize it for what it is. The final attempt of your old identity to reassert itself. Do not yield. Do not compromise. Do not take back what you have surrendered. Pass this test and the blessing becomes permanent. Fail it, and you may find yourself cycling back through familiar struggles. But I have confidence in you, my child. I would not be revealing all this if I did not believe you are ready. You have been in preparation for longer than you realize. Every hardship was a classroom. Every disappointment was a teacher. Every betrayal was training and discernment. Nothing was wasted. And now all that painful preparation is about to yield a harvest that will astound you. Let me tell you what your legacy will be. Not just what you will accomplish in your own lifetime, though that will be significant, but what will continue after you. The children you influence, whether your biological offspring or the many you will mentor, will not struggle the way you struggled. The generational curse that plagued your family line stops with you. They will inherit blessing instead of bondage, abundance instead of lack, confidence instead of insecurity, and they will look back at you as the one who had courage to break the cycle. Your name will be spoken with honor, not because you were perfect, but because you were obedient. This is why the enemy has fought you so hard. My precious one, he knew what you were carrying. He knew the threat you posed to his plans of generational destruction, so he threw everything at you. Trauma in childhood to damage your sense of worth. Betrayal in relationships to make you mistrust others. Failure in ventures to convince you to stop trying. Financial struggle to exhaust your hope. But what he meant for destruction, I am using for your development. Every attack has made you stronger, wiser, more dependent on me. And now you are a weapon he cannot stop. A force he cannot contain, because you belong to me and I have invested too much in you to let you fail. Hear me clearly, beloved. You are not a victim. You are not unlucky. You are not cursed. You are chosen. You are equipped. You are positioned for breakthrough that will ripple through time and touch lives you will never meet in this lifetime. The scope of what I am doing through you is far bigger than your personal comfort, though you will be comfortable. It is about rewriting narratives, proving that change is possible, demonstrating that heaven still intervenes in earthly affairs. You are a living testimony in the making, and your story will give hope to countless others who feel stuck where you once felt stuck. Now let me speak about the specific steps you will take. First, you will forgive. Not because those who hurt you deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. Unforgiveness is a chain that binds you to the past. It gives your offenders ongoing power over your emotional state. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was acceptable. It is saying you will no longer allow what they did to define your future. Release them, not for them, for you. Second, you will separate from toxic environments. This may mean changing jobs even without another one lined up yet. It may mean moving to a new city. It may mean distancing from family members who refuse to respect your boundaries. These decisions will terrify you. They will seem irresponsible to those watching. But I am telling you, staying in poison because it is familiar is the truly irresponsible choice. Trust me enough to step out. I will catch you. I have always caught you. Third, you will begin to invest in yourself. Take that course. Hire that coach. Buy that equipment. Not recklessly, but strategically. You have been pouring into everyone else while you remain empty. That ends now. Fill yourself first. Then the overflow can genuinely bless others without depleting you. Fourth, you will speak differently. Declare abundance. Affirm your worth. Pronounce blessing over your future. Do this even when feelings contradict your words, especially when feelings contradict your words. Faith is not denying reality. Faith is declaring a higher reality that has not yet manifested in the natural. Your words are creative tools. Use them with intention. Fifth, you will rest. You have been running on adrenaline and anxiety for so long that stillness feels dangerous. But it is in rest that I do my deepest work. In silence that my voice becomes clearest. Stop equating busyness with productivity. Stop wearing exhaustion as a badge of honor. I am inviting you into a rhythm of work and rest that is sustainable, joyful, and far more effective than your current grind. My precious child, everything is about to shift, not because you have finally done enough to earn it, but because the season has changed. What was withheld is now released. What was closed is now opened. What was impossible is now inevitable. Your job is not to figure out how. Your job is to stay in position, keep your heart open, and watch me work. There will be signs along the way, small confirmations that you are on the right path, an unexpected check in the mail, a word from a stranger that speaks directly to your situation, a dream so vivid you wake up with clarity about your next step. Do not dismiss these as coincidence. They are my way of reassuring you that I am present, I am active, and I am absolutely orchestrating your breakthrough. The same people who doubted you will soon celebrate you. The same systems that rejected you will pursue you. The same doors that were closed will swing open effortlessly. And when this happens, do not become prideful, remain humble. Remember where you came from. Remember who brought you through. Use your platform to point others to me, not to yourself. You may be wondering when all this will begin, my child. It already has. The moment you started receiving these words, something shifted in the heavenly realm. Angels were dispatched. Assignments were given. Obstacles were removed. You may not see the full evidence yet, but it is already in motion. Your part is to align your actions with what I have spoken. Move when I say move. Wait when I say wait. Trust when nothing makes sense. This is how partnership with the divine works. I see the tears in your eyes even now, the relief of finally understanding, the hope that maybe, just maybe, this time is different. Let me assure you, beloved, this time is different, because this time you are different. You have been through the fire and emerged as gold. You have been pressed and become wine. You have been broken and now you know how to heal. The person you were when this struggle began could not have handled what I am about to give you, but the person you have become through the struggle absolutely can. The timing is perfect. You are ready, so rise up, my child. Shake off the dust of disappointment. Lift your eyes from past failures. Set your face toward the future I have prepared. It is brighter than you dare imagine, richer than you have allowed yourself to hope, more fulfilling than your wildest dreams, and it is yours. Not someday, not eventually. Now the breakthrough is now, the favor is now, the abundance is now. Receive it. Step into it, and never look back. Everything you have survived was preparation for everything you are about to experience. The test is over. The training is complete. The season has turned. Welcome, my beloved child, to your time of overflow. Walk in it with confidence, live in it with gratitude, and watch in wonder as I exceed every expectation you ever held. This is my promise to you. This is my gift to you. This is your moment. Take it.